Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brightest Gaming channel. This video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally post. I know I haven't been posting in a while. I just did a live stream today on the channel. I have been streaming over at Twitch. If you want to go check that out, I will be putting the link to that in my channel links. But like I said, today is going to be a bit of a different video. And based off the title, you can probably tell what it's going to be about. So, in reference to today's stream, I streamed for almost 5 hours, like 5 minutes shy of 5 hours. And when I was streaming, I had a pretty decent streamer count. I had, towards the end of the stream, I had almost half of what my subscriber count is watching me. Like, not just like tuning in and then leaving, like actually looking at the stream and watching it. And that was really cool, and I was super happy, and I was really talkative because of it. I did have to private that stream. There was something that was on there that I didn't want out in the public, so I closed it. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I was streaming, and I think it was about like 14 people watching me, or 13. One was my girlfriend, so you could say 12 people watching me. Like, actually sitting there watching me for a very long period of time. Believe they watched me for about an hour, which as a small content creator, that's insanely long time, and I really do appreciate people coming in and checking out the content, giving me their time. That's absolutely awesome, because it's very hard as a small content creator. You look around YouTube and you can see hundreds of videos talking about how it's insanely hard as a small YouTuber to get your channel started, even if you do meet ride the algorithm. And so I was very excited. But I was like, hey, if you like the content, please drop a sub if you really want to see more, and please feel free to comment. I try to read everybody's comments, and I do. Come over to my Twitch streams. I don't leave any of the VODs up there because I stream on there using OBS, and I'm not downloading 100 gigabytes of stream. Excuse me. But, I respond to everybody's comments on any of my lives. If somebody messages me or comments on a video I posted, I respond to it, But that's the thing, is these people were sitting there watching my content. And then, they're sitting here watching the content, but they're not liking, and they're not subbing, and they're not commenting. And, again, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. If you don't, enjoy the content, you don't have to like, you don't have to sub. Hell, you don't even have to comment. If you don't want that shit popping up in your, For You page, that's completely fine. I understand. I may not be the most entertaining sometimes. But they were sitting here watching for well over an hour. If I didn't like a content creator, I don't think I would be sitting there watching them for over an hour doing this. And, so it was really weird. And I even typed in there, I was like, hey, you turds, start commenting, or else I'm gonna start thinking that you're a bunch of clankers. And I started thinking about it later, is my chat just filled with bots? Is there just 12 bots watching my content right now? Because they're not saying anything, but it's like, if they were bots, why are they not dropping links to OnlyFans or whatever, or just spamming, or links to other channels, what bots normally do? Why are there 13 to 12 people watching me for over an hour saying nothing and doing nothing? You would think, that if you're gonna sit there and watch someone, it would be someone that you're wanting to watch, And that brings up my other subject for discussion. YouTube has absolutely been fucking me with the algorithm. And that's, I understand I only have 35 subs, so it's not like, oh my god, it's the end of the world. But I can definitely tell. And it kind of sucks because I started this channel back in 2021 or 2019, something like that. And I started making YouTube videos then, but I didn't have a microphone. My computer could barely record any of the games I was playing. And they were all just shit, just me doing stupid shit in Siege or playing. I uploaded an hour-long playthrough of, what was it called? It's like Fallout, but Russia, not Stalker. I can't remember what it was. Metro Last Light Redux. That's what it was. And you know, I had like 15 subs at the time, and all of those subscribers were literally just me meeting people in Rust or in Siege and being like, hey, you enjoy it. Like I would, if people liked playing with me or thought I was good at the game, because I've always been good at Siege. But they would add me, and then I would be like, hey, you should go check out my channel. I'm trying to become a YouTuber, and then they, because they're trying to be nice, they would go sub. And so I had like 15 subs, and then I stopped because I was like in high school, and my parents didn't want me doing that because they didn't like what I was putting out there once they finally found out about the channel. So I was like, all right, so I'll stop. And I started this back up when I turned 18 and was able to make my own decisions. And it's not anything against the parents or anything like that. Just I was 18, I'm able to do, make choices for myself. But I think by not creating a new channel and keeping up with this one, I have screwed myself, because at least half of my subscriber base never tunes in to my videos or to my streams, and I think that really damages my ability to have people come into my content. Because if you don't know how YouTube works, basically if you start a brand new channel and you put a video out there, that video will get sent out randomly into other people's algorithms. And based on how people interact with your video, whether they subscribe, they like, or comment, that'll boost it and it'll start putting it out more. And if you get subscribers, that's great. That shows that the algorithm put it out to people that liked it and that people enjoyed your content. Now that you have subscribers, when you put out a video or a live stream, doesn't matter, any content you put out, it puts that content out to your subscribers first. Even if you only have one, it'll put it out to the subscribers first before it puts it out to the algorithm. And that's to see if the people that liked your content enough to subscribe or like it. I think it's mostly just the subscribers, but if someone subscribes to you, it means that they usually like your content or want to see more. So it'll put it out to them, and then based on how they interact with it, whether they open up the video from the notification or just open up the video from your channel, whatever, they like it, if they comment it, then it'll put it out to other algorithms, and it'll inject into the algorithm is what I mean to say, and other people will be able to see it. Well, if your subscribers don't do that, and my monitor just turned off because I have it set to turn off after 3 minutes of no interaction. Anyways, if they don't interact with it, that kills your video right then and there. Your video dies on the spot because no one that liked your content before. So, I have 35 subscribers. About 15 of those are most likely not interacting with my YouTube channel, which is fine. That was from years ago when I didn't make content for like 2 years. But I've kind of screwed myself here. And, I'm trying to dig myself out of that. But it doesn't help when I'm trying to dig out of this and I have 13 people, almost half of my YouTube, channel watching me and not saying anything, not interacting with the video, and it aggravates me. And I understand, I'm still trying to be understanding that yes, people can choose what they want. That's called free will. But why would you choose to watch my channel and sit there for well over an hour of your time and not say anything or interact with it? And that just feels really weird to me. Like, I don't know anybody in my friend group that watches videos and doesn't interact with it by either liking it, disliking it, subscribing, or commenting. If they see something they don't like, if I see something I don't like, I'll just close the video. My friend Alex, he'll dislike it so it doesn't pop up in his feed, or things like it will pop up in his feed. And at this point, I don't know, should I just start a new channel? Put out the same level of content, because I know some of my content has been pretty low quality. It's just I wanted to get a video out, or something funny happened, or I got a lot of kills, whatever, like that kill Taj I did that got like no views, no interaction. But should I just start a new channel and see if that's the issue? It's just because I had made it so long ago, went inactive for so long, and had subscribers that now never interact with it because I interacted with them 4 years ago. I checked, the channel was made 2021, so it's a fair couple of years old. And should I start a new channel? That's really what it comes down to. Like, I understand that I don't have a lot of subscribers right now, But those 35 subscribers I have now mean a lot to me. You know, as somebody who's dreamed about being a content creator since he was a little kid, you know, do I take the risk, make a new channel, and then risk killing this channel because those people that are subscribed may not watch this video or may not, you know, even come back to the channel after subbing? You know, do I take the risk to start a new one for the chance that it'll make my algorithm a little bit better because I don't have shit from 3 or 4 years ago causing it to be negative? Or, you know, do I just stay here, keep putting out content, and just hope that shit starts kicking off? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm really confused and a little upset because, you know, and I do want to say this to all of my friends that are supporting this channel, whether they're subscribed or they tune in or comment or give me likes. You know, I appreciate it greatly. You guys, you know, you're great friends and you've made me in this channel very happy. I very much appreciate, you know, even if it's just a little interaction at all on the channel, absolutely makes me happy, and I appreciate it greatly. You know, Charles, Alex, Juan, my parents even. But I don't know if it's worth wasting time uploading to this channel or if I should just create a new one. Because, like, on my Twitch channel, for example, I had one stream. You know, most of my streams, they were doing about average for how I, you know, get on here. They were doing, you know, like 9 views, whatever. Like 2 people max, and of course the 2 people that were watching concurrently were my friends. But then I had one stream where I had like almost 80 or like 70 or 80 viewers throughout the whole stream, and I was like at 10 viewers, which is not a lot, but if you go read Twitch's like partnership thing, like all I needed was 25 followers, and I would have been already at the point to where I could, you know, start being monetized just from one stream. That was my second or third stream on Twitch. So, you know, that makes me wonder, do I restart? Do I start from scratch and just take the chance, or do I start here? And, you know, so I'm gonna ask the viewers of this channel, what do you think I should do? Should I start a new channel or should I stick with this one? And also I ask that if I do decide to start a new channel, please, people that come on here, if you want to support my channel and you want to, you know, see more from me, or if you enjoy the content, whatever, you go check out the new channel if I do decide to make it. I will of course link it on there. It'll be in my Discord server. I have that linked in several lives, and I will find a way to get it to work on my profile, like in the links section. Yeah, so that's what this video was about, just trying to put it out there. You know, that's why I was gone for a bit of time there. I can't remember how long it was. I wasn't necessarily done creating content. For a little bit I was, but for the other part of it I was on Twitch. Go check that out too. I stream sometimes on there, just depends on how I'm feeling, YouTube or Twitch. I usually announce whether it's on YouTube or Twitch. I haven't recently, but I've been a little upset. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, if I should stick with this channel or create a new one. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Goodbye.